In the late 90s and early 2000s, Destiny's Child emerged as a powerhouse in the music industry, captivating audiences worldwide with their bold anthems and synchronized perfection. But beyond the catchy hooks and glittering performances lay a complex web of psychological dynamics, where the image the public remembers was meticulously crafted, reflecting both the group's aspirations and the industry's relentless demands. The public persona of Destiny's Child was one of empowerment and unity, but beneath the surface, each member navigated a labyrinth of motivations and expectations, striving to maintain an image that resonated with millions. At the heart of Destiny's Child's public image was a core motivation driven by an Enneagram Type 3, the achiever. This type is characterized by an intense desire to be successful, admired, and to avoid failure at all costs. For Destiny's Child, the quest for achievement was not just professional, but deeply personal, with each member seemingly chasing the validation that the limelight promised. The achiever's core fear is being worthless or insignificant, and so every song, every performance was another opportunity to prove their worth, not just in the eyes of the audience, but perhaps more critically to themselves. This drive was further compounded by the formative ecosystem that surrounded the group. The music industry, notorious for its cutthroat nature, rewarded the compelling image of flawless success while punishing any sign of vulnerability or imperfection. Within this fame machine, Destiny's Child had to navigate not just their personal desires, but also the expectations of managers, record labels, and fans. The family-like dynamic they presented to the public was, in part, a response to these external pressures, a united front against a world eager to exploit any weakness. Within the group, relationships played a pivotal role in shaping the dynamics. Bianca, often seen as the leader, took on the hero archetype, embodying the strength and determination that defined the group's image. However, this role also came with its own set of challenges, as the pressure to maintain this facade could be isolating. Kelly Rowland, often perceived as the loyal ally, played the supporting role, balancing the needs of the group with her own aspirations. Meanwhile, the fluctuating roster of members, including notable figures like Michelle Williams, introduced elements of the shapeshifter and trickster archetypes into the mix, adding layers of complexity to the group's internal narrative. The public mask of Destiny's Child was one of confidence and unity, yet this often stood in stark contrast to the private pressures they faced. The demands of maintaining a flawless image required suppressing personal struggles and sacrifices that the audience rarely saw. This dichotomy between public and private selves is a hallmark of the achiever's shadow side, a gift that becomes a trap as the pursuit of success overshadows the authentic self. In the end, the very qualities that propelled them to stardom risked becoming the chains that bound them, as the relentless chase for approval could lead to burnout and identity confusion. As we peel back the layers of Destiny's Child's story, we must ask ourselves where these patterns resonate within our own lives. Have you ever felt compelled to wear a mask to fit a role that others expect of you? To achieve success at the cost of your true self? These universal themes remind us that while the stage may be grander, the psychological struggles are deeply human. By examining the forces that shaped Destiny's Child, we gain insight into the invisible pressures that can drive anyone to prioritize image over authenticity. In reflecting on their journey, we are invited to confront our own masks and consider the impact they have on our identity and well-being. To truly understand the tension between personal authenticity and public persona within Destiny's Child, let's delve deeper into the individual journeys of its members. Bianca, as the Enneagram Type 3, the achiever, embodies an unwavering drive for success and recognition. Her core desire is to feel valued and admired, which fuels her extraordinary work ethic and dedication. However, this same drive can manifest as a core fear: the fear of being unworthy or insignificant if she fails to maintain her success. This internal script plays out in her relentless pursuit of perfection, a relentless drive that can sometimes make vulnerability seem like a luxury she cannot afford. The polished exterior becomes both a shield and a prison, where the pressure to excel leaves little room for mistakes, creating a relentless cycle of achievement and validation. This is a common shadow faced by those who identify with the achiever archetype, where self-worth becomes contingent upon external accolades rather than internal fulfillment. Kelly Rowland, perceived in the public eye as the loyal ally and confidant, often takes on the peacemaker, Enneagram Type 9 role, desiring inner stability and harmony. Her journey is marked by a quest for internal peace amidst the chaos of the entertainment industry. While she provides a grounding presence within the group, her own aspirations sometimes risk being overshadowed by the need to maintain peace and support those around her. This dynamic highlights the peacemaker's core fear of disconnection and loss of relationship, which can lead them to merge their identity with others, at times obscuring their own voice and desires. Michelle Williams, joining later, infused the band with a different energy. Often intriguing in her unpredictability, her presence introduced elements of the shapeshifter and trickster archetypes. The shapeshifter's ability to adapt and transform is a double-edged sword, offering versatility but sometimes leading to an internal struggle for consistency. Her presence encouraged the group to confront and embrace change, albeit with its own set of tensions and adjustments. As Destiny's Child navigated their commercial success, these dynamics played out both on stage and behind the scenes. The relentless touring schedules, recording demands, and media scrutiny served as both fuel for their ambitions and tests of their resilience. The ecosystem within the group was a microcosm of larger societal pressures, where roles were often rigidly defined, yet the personal growth required flexibility and adaptation. One pivotal moment that encapsulates these themes is when Destiny's Child underwent significant lineup changes. Each adjustment in membership not only altered the group's sound and image, but also forced the remaining members to confront their own roles and identities. These changes mirrored the psychological shifts individuals face when their perceived identity is challenged by external or internal forces. The journey of Destiny's Child is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of both personal and collective evolution. It speaks to the universal struggle of balancing one's public persona with the private self. As they navigated the highs and lows of fame, the members of Destiny's Child reflected the broader human experience. The desire to be seen and understood, the fear of losing oneself in the pursuit of external validation, and the quest for authenticity amidst the noise of expectation. In recognizing the archetypal roles within the group, we see reflections of ourselves. The hero's burden of leadership, the peacemaker's longing for harmony, and the shapeshifter's dance with identity are not just their stories, but ours. They remind us of the masks we wear and the silent battles we fight to reconcile our public image with our private truths. As Destiny's Child transitioned from a group to individual endeavors, their stories diverged, yet the psychological themes remained. Each member embarked on their own path, continuing to wrestle with the same questions of identity, authenticity, and self-worth. This ongoing journey is a reminder that while the challenges may evolve, the underlying psychological narratives persist, inviting each of us to confront our own evolving story. In the end, the legacy of Destiny's Child is not just in their music, but in their embodiment of the human journey towards self-understanding and growth. Their story encourages us to reflect on our own lives, questioning the roles we play, the masks we wear, and the truths we are willing to embrace. Through this lens, the narrative of Destiny's Child becomes not just one of musical success, but of profound psychological exploration and personal evolution.